The video captures the tense moment a sudden robbery unfolded just as a woman was opening her gate. In a flash, a group of robbers arrived in a pickup truck and charged toward her. But before they could act, her husband leapt into action, fighting back fiercely to defend his wife. Completely caught off guard, the would-be robbers panicked and crawled away in terror, scrambling on all fours as they fled for their lives. The video captures a bold street robbery attempt, where two men on a motorcycle tried to threaten and steal another man's bike. Realizing the danger, the victim quickly fled to protect himself. However, the situation took a dramatic turn when bystanders witnessed the crime and refused to stand by. Joining forces with the victim, they chased down the would-be thieves, forcing them to flee in panic. This incident serves as a powerful reminder that when communities stand together and stay alert, justice can prevail right on the streets. The video shows a tense attempted carjacking involving three male assailants threatening a woman as she stands helpless beside her vehicle. One of the robbers, the man dressed in black, is especially aggressive, staring her down with a cold, intimidating look. The victim, defenseless and overwhelmed, tries not to escalate the situation, but the robbery takes an unexpected turn. When the thieves jump into the car to escape, they quickly realize a problem they never saw coming. None of them knows how to drive a manual transmission. Confused and fumbling with the gear shift, they fail miserably. A brazen robbery attempt at a residential complex in Praia Grande, São Paulo, was swiftly stopped, thanks to cutting-edge security systems and quick coordination. Two suspects climbed over the perimeter wall, aiming to steal a motorcycle parked inside the condominium. But within seconds, surveillance cameras picked up the intrusion, triggering an automatic alarm that alerted both the building manager and local police. Though the pair managed to briefly push the stolen bike toward the gate, their plan unraveled fast. The arrival of the syndic, accompanied by his dog, and the flashing lights of approaching police cars sent the thieves running for their lives. Moments later, both culprits, an 18-year-old with multiple prior offenses and a 17-year-old accomplice, were apprehended. Instead of going on a romantic date, this couple decided to go on a robbery spree. When they saw a young woman walking alone, they snatched her handbag and tried to flee. But the victim wasn't about to let them get away that easily. She immediately chased after them, and with the help of nearby people, they quickly caught the thieves and taught them a lesson It was just another ordinary day at this small store, until these two men showed up. One of them, wearing a hoodie, tried to rob the shop owner, while his companion attempted to stop him. But the stubborn thief refused to listen, and ended up receiving a harsh, unforgettable lesson instead. Today's story reminds us just how important it is to stay alert and aware of our surroundings, especially when arriving home. A woman had just returned and was driving into her parking area as the gates slowly began to close. Her husband soon arrived as well, ready to help her carry things inside. But in that fleeting moment, with the gate still open, danger appeared. A gray car pulled up, and two robbers jumped out, rushing straight toward the couple. Despite being caught off guard, the husband stood his ground. Though the robbers were armed, he stayed calm, protecting his wife and assessing every move carefully. He kept his composure until the robbers finally fled. And only when the danger had passed did the weight of it all hit him, his anger, his fear, his relief, leading him to grab a brick and hurl it after them in a burst of raw emotion. A tense encounter, and a powerful reminder that awareness can make all the difference. It was a calm afternoon at a sidewalk cafe. Coffee, laughter, and peace. Then, out of nowhere, danger struck. A man approached and pointed a gun straight at the couple. In a heartbeat, the husband lunged forward, wrestling for control of the weapon. Without hesitation, his wife moved like clockwork, stepping back, drawing her own gun, ready to defend the man she loved. Overwhelmed and outmatched, the would-be robber froze, then bolted in sheer panic, disappearing as fast as he came. A moment of courage turned fear, and a lesson the thief won't forget. He was just riding his motorbike, another ordinary day on the road, until two men suddenly swerved in front of him, cutting him off. One jumped off, grabbing at his pockets, demanding everything he had. But they weren't just after his cash. They wanted his bike too. What they didn't count on was his quick thinking. With sharp instincts and steady composure, he maneuvered with precision. A perfect mix of firmness and finesse. Each move threw the robbers off balance, their confidence crumbling by the second. Realizing they were outsmarted, the would-be thieves panicked and sped off empty-handed. Captured by a security camera, this was no ordinary robbery. It was a brazen, armed assault. Two thugs had followed a family all the way home, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As soon as they reached the front gate, the attackers drew their guns and demanded handbags, wallets, anything of value. But behind that gate stood an unexpected hero. An 80-year-old grandfather, fearless and fiercely protective of his family. Without hesitation, he rushed back into the house, grabbed his firearm, and opened fire. The sight of the elderly man standing firm sent the robbers into a panic. They scrambled to escape, abandoning their motorbike in their frantic flight. The message was crystal clear. Every citizen has the right to defend their home and loved ones. The moment this woman sensed danger, she didn't freeze. She acted. With lightning-fast reflexes, she hurled her handbag into the house, out of the robbers' reach. The unexpected move caught them completely off guard, throwing them into chaos and forcing them to back off. Just then, her family rushed out to her side, surrounding her protectively. In a matter of seconds, what could have been a terrifying robbery turned into a moment of courage, a powerful reminder that quick thinking can change everything. Three men were just walking down the street when suddenly, two guys on motorbikes came speeding toward them. Without warning, one of the attackers pulled out a gun and aimed it straight at them, ready to strike. But before he could even announce the robbery, the tables had turned. In a flash, the would-be victims reacted with lightning speed, completely flipping the situation. Caught off guard and overwhelmed, the robbers panicked, dropping their motorbikes and fleeing for their lives.